Andrew, yesterday Lincoln talked about still wanting to get everyone to 100% trust the offense and trust things. Do you see the examples where you're just not quite all the way there? Not you personally, but
Yeah, sure. Take Saturday, for example, right? I think the first half, you can see specifically the offense trusting and not evaluating, as Coach always says. And I think in the second half, I think we went in halftime, and for whatever reason, I know it's early in the season and we're a new team and a younger team, kind of lost focus, right, and began to evaluate again, as Coach says. And I think it showed. I think in the second half, I overheard Caleb talking about it just now with all you. It was just a lack of focus, lack of execution. Penalties were up, stalled drives, and so I think all of that is what Coach is talking about in terms of trusting the scheme and everything 100%.
Where do you feel like the offensive line is at, just in terms of gelling together 2 weeks in?
Yeah, definitely. We saw a big improvement, I think, from game one. Are we where we're at? No. But Coach Hinson has challenged us, specifically with this week, saying that the best O-lines in the country really will improve drastically from week 2 to week 4. So we're looking forward to go out this week and competing and seeing how well we're taking coaching and individual work and teamwork and applying that to the real game settings.
When you and Brett were talking about whether or not to give it one more year here, how close is this to what you kind of hoped it would feel like, even though we're kind of early in the season?
Yeah, I'm a guy who believes in process over outcome, right? So you can control the controllables, and that's your attitude and your effort, and those are two things. You wake up, you fight, you go to sleep, and you do it all over again the next day. So yeah, come back with Brett and I making the decision to come back. I think that was kind of the approach that we had, and just being older guys as well. We just wanted to commit to this university our best. And whatever was going to happen, right? That's part of the stuff that's out of your control. So I think that's kind of the approach that we've had kind of going into this, and we've been super excited so far and super grateful for this opportunity.
Everything you've been through over the years, is it surreal at all to be number 7 team in the country now and be where you're at?
Yeah, I mean, Coach always says don't fall into the rat trap, right, with all that stuff. It's great. Media's great. Reading the AP and seeing all that. But we have a goal every week, and it's just to go out there and execute and compete at our highest level, right? It's always about us. It's never about anybody else except for us and our process.
What adjustments or improvements have you had to make in your game specifically to kind of fit into what this new version of the offense has been?
Yeah, I mean, just buying into everything that Coach Hinson is taught. It's, a lot of things are just small technical things like hands inside, how fast I can get my first 2 steps in the ground in the run game, specific techniques like that I've just been trying to focus on and really hone in on for my ability's sake.
From an offensive lineman's perspective, how unique is the screen game in this offense? I know there was the Jordan touchdown in which like half the line had kind of come to the other side of the field to block. Does it feel like it's kind of more unique or different than pass iterations?
I think when we installed it in the spring, it was just like, what? Like, what's going on? But we saw it come to fruition on Saturday, and it was pretty spectacular to watch, I'd imagine. But yeah, just we trust Coach Riley and his expertise. I mean, that guy has a wealth of knowledge for his age. It's beyond incredible. His just wisdom out here on the football field is just surreal. So we really buy into that and what he brings to the table.
On a play like that, how hard is it to not be an ineligible man downfield? I mean, you have 3 yards wiggle room, I guess, but it seems like when it's taken that long to develop, you're running across the field. It'd be easier to kind of cross that line.
Yeah, no, emphasis on those plays is just stay flat down the line of scrimmage for 2 reasons. One, because yes, ineligible receivers, but 2, those athletes out there on the perimeter are a a little quicker than this guys in the box. So we got to beat them to the point, right? So getting flat and getting out there is our best chance of getting in front of those corners and safeties and stuff.
On a play like that, how many times do you rep that over the spring and summer to get it to the point where everyone knows exactly where they're going and the timing's just right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say any. I would say it's sprinkled in throughout the offense. I wouldn't say there's a specific emphasis on something like that. It's just something that when the coach sees a defense or finds it favorable to do in practice, I feel like it's something we'll do if it's not already scripted. So that's kind of like, from my perspective at least, where we stand on a play like that.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yep.